Good morning. I was just laughing at myself because I confessed to you guys that when I look particularly put together, I am hiding the fact that I am really falling apart. But I promise you, the love, the outpouring, the absolute incredible love that you guys have shown me, the conversations, the connections, oh my God, I am picking up the pieces. I am doing so much better. It's been a hell ride. Again, yesterday, I cried all day. True story. I just had to get through it. You know, my level of hurt matched my level of love, trust, and extraordinary. That was what was great in my relationship. So to have it implode like it did was really shocking for me. I would never have thought that would happen, ever. I've never trusted anybody like I trust that person. So I will share. So days 98 and 99 are kind of a diary of these last 4 days for me because I stepped out of integrity. And so yesterday we talked about forgiveness being the key to success and happiness in every part of your life. And absolutely fundamentally, forgiving ourselves is the most important forgiveness that we can give anything or anyone, bar none, because when you nurture and love yourself. But here's what we have to do, and what I did yesterday was I called myself out on where I stepped out of integrity for me, because it doesn't matter what those people said or did or think of me. It matters what I think of me. So when I got hurt, and I mean, I said mean things. No, I did. I said mean things. I never said I hate you. I promise you that. That's not in my vocabulary but short of that, I said really mean things. So stick with me through this. Day 98 and 99 are bearing the honest truth of how Sandy stepped out of integrity, but then I stepped back in. So today we are talking about time. Time is relative. Time is magnificent. And we all have exactly the same 24 hours. So Einstein spoke of relativity of time, which is now as a man, sitting in a park bench talking to a pretty girl for an hour versus sitting on a hot stove for an hour. That feels completely different. When you are living in happiness and your dream life, it's the park bench all the time. When you are living out of your own integrity and you're struggling and you hate your job and you know your relation, blah blah blah, and you don't do the work to heal those things, then you're sitting on a hot stove. How's that? See, I have no idea where this, I do kind of, but that wasn't planned. So what was planned is my billionaire coach, Jesse Itzler, talks about your life as a bus. Years ago, I saw Peter Legge, I think he goes by, and he's a Vancouver man, wrote a book called The Runway of Life. Very similar concept, and I know that there's many out there, but his concept was your life is a runway, and some people just bumble along the runway. Everybody will run out of runway. Few will fly and take off. And it's like, hey, that's my whole caterpillar butterfly thing. So and he's all about time, right? The runway's only so long. When are you gonna fly? When are you going to do the work to grow the wings to be able to fly in your life? So fascinating. Jesse Itzler says, your life is a bus ride. Your bus starts moving and it never stops. And people get on your bus and people get off your bus. And that's, you start going to school and you make friends and these people are on your bus and you create relationships, and some people stay on your bus and some people get off your bus. And then, you grow up older for a while, of course, your parents are driving your bus to some degree. Then you grow wings and your parents step off but hang around your bus. Then you have children, add them to your bus. Then at some point, you have to help them drive their own bus, and then in other relationships. So same thing in what we do for work is those, it's all relationships, all of it. Of course, starting with our relationship with ourselves. So then he gets into, if you're on the road and the road gets bumpy, pay attention and either, navigate it and keep going because you know where you're going, or turn your bus around and go on a different road. If you're going to have roadblocks and you have to choose whether or not to go over them, go under them, go around them, or turn around and go another direction. So it's just kind of fascinating. But what he really, really, really says is the rearview mirror is only this big for a reason. Don't stay stuck in the past. The back window's not as big as the windshield. We learned from it, right? We came down the road and we're doing great. But your windshield, that is going forward. And where do you want to go? So your habits, your rituals are your navigation system. Your goals are your map and your destination. Isn't that great? So I just love it. And he really talks to fill your damn bus, as many people and as many memories, and reach out and just absolutely explode your bus, make it a double-decker, and then where you're going with your bus is entirely up to you. And that's the whole, if somebody else is trying to run your bus, somebody else is telling you where to drive your bus, and you don't agree, that's okay for them to get off your bus. So I hope that was helpful today. That is my wisdom from my very, very incredible journey and colorful life. And I have had the most incredible conversations with dear friends, people I haven't talked to for a long time, all through. So there's always something really positive. When we're in pain, there's always something good. And I got to grow so much in these last 4 very difficult days, and I really feel like I'm on the other side of this thing. I just feel like, you know what? I got the lesson, I got the gift, I got to apologize for my part in all of it, of course, right? But yeah, pretty freaking cool. So get out there and drive your damn bus, but don't put any people on it today. Right? Oh my gosh, social distancing. You can't have somebody 6 feet. I guess you can actually. I've heard that some of the transit is open and people have I don't know what's going on out there. I am on 5 acres. I'm going to go out there for a walk. So keep in mind, this is take in a deep breath and know that is abundance. That if you get outdoors or even if you're in your house, breathe in, that's abundance. There's not just enough. There's plenty for everybody. And know that when you breathe back out, because there's always the flow, you must give in order to receive, then you are feeding the plants, the trees, the grass, the flowers, and everything beautiful on this planet. And that is the flow of abundance. So, billionaire mindset, breathe it in, know it's absolutely eternal. Abundance is out there for you to grasp and take and embrace and love and be grateful for. So I am deeply, deeply humbled and grateful for every one of you, for every love, for every comment, for every phone call. One of you called me right after Sunday's very raw live, and I could not even articulate a word. at that point. So it's been a ride, and I am definitely on the healing side of a pretty crappy deal. So have a magnificent day. I love you, and I will see you right here tomorrow. I will post. I promise. Okay, bye.